Nothing stays hidden from me. Nothing.
Have you ever felt like you should be stronger than you actually are in a game? Maybe you solo killed your laner a few times, but you just feel like you can't do anything more against him now. Well, then listen up, because this video is going to be perfect for you. We're going to be going over 3 tips to maximize your gold lead in any role. Don't forget to show that like button who's boss in order to let us know that you like this video, and we'll keep more coming your guys' way. If you guys want to learn more on the topics that we've covered here, make sure that you check out our website, GameLeap.com. I'm going to be making guides that will only be posted on there, and all of the content that's already there is made by challenger level players. If you're interested, make sure you go check it out in the description below. First things first, do not miss CS. Try your absolute hardest to get every single piece of CS that shows up on your screen. To give you guys an idea of just how much gold minions give you, if you missed 50% of the minions that you could have gotten in the first 10 minutes, you're missing out on over 1,500 gold. That's a ridiculous...
Very good survivors, however, harder to catch from a distance. So this is a perk that you could replace for Thrilling Tremors for more.
Hello friends, this is Odds, and today I'm bringing you a video that might just help you out if you're starting out as a killer in Dead by Daylight. Next killer is the Cannibal, a very cute killer. Similar to the Hillbilly, you'll see that the best add-ons are the ones that reduce the charge speed. This is very crucial. There are some add-ons called the chili add-ons that increase the acceleration. And usually I wouldn't tell you not to use some add-ons, but let me advise against these. Until this killer gets reworked, these add-ons right now are useless. They have an effect that is so tiny that is almost unnoticeable, and they're pretty rare add-ons that might trick you into thinking they're good. Don't run anything other than charge speed and maybe cooldown. That's all you need as a beginner Leatherface. Leatherface has some of the best cooldown that might trick you into thinking they're good. Don't run anything other than charge speed and maybe cooldown. That's all you need as a beginner Leatherface. Leatherface has some of the best teachables in the game. You into thinking they're good. Don't run anything other than charge speed and maybe cooldown. That's all you need as a beginner Leatherface. Leatherface has some of the best teachables in the game, and you can tell that we're using all 3 of his teachables right from the get-go. Barbecue and Chili is good for the blood points alone, but it also gives you a lot of information. You down a survivor, put them on the hook, you see 2 people far away, 1 person that's not there, might be close, maybe he's in a locker. You get a lot of information every time you hook someone, and the blood points are just amazing. This is definitely one of the perks that you want to unlock first. Again, if you don't know which killers to go from, at the beginning, you can watch my other video up there that will show you which killers I would level up first. But Barbecue and Chili is at the very top of your list. More blood points, always good. Our next perk is quite cute. It's called Knockout. And every time you down a survivor, they will not be visible to their teammates unless they're very close.
Let's start this party. Time for the fireworks.
Her. One that you can give up on though, but it's a very good perk on her. And Barbecue is amazing. I will hook him. And anything that Deliverance, they will use very coordinated team play. Or down someone else and force infectious. I'm gonna pre-drop every pallet, which is gonna be a recurring and catch as long as they of them, but you will. It's a very good perk than you normally would. Every now and then, those people what exactly it does, how you can use it to the best of your ability. But long story short, every time you meet your obsession and you chase them and you leave them, you gain 5% extra speed, up to 15% if you do this 3 times. This was already very good on the Cannibal before, but with the new perk Nemesis, which allows you to create new obsessions and switch them, this is amazing on Leatherface. Leatherface's main weaknesses is that he cannot use his chainsaw very well. His chainsaw by default takes a long time to build up. It makes you really slow. And most survivors who are competent, who are in a somewhat decent part of the map, they will really give you a hard time using it. With only 1 stack of Play With Your Food, your chainsaw becomes a lot stronger. With 2 stacks, it becomes particularly hard to avoid. With 3 stacks, you might as well just never use M1, just use your chainsaw anywhere. It is so good. Building up stacks of Play With Your Food, no matter how you do it. Chase the obsession, then chase someone else and get stunned, or blinded by a flashlight, and then build up stacks however you want, and then start using your chainsaw. Because your chainsaw only consumes 1 token, you will be preserving them quite well. And it's just such a strong combination of perks. Again, I hope that you can see the gameplay of this if you've never seen it before, or that you give it a shot yourself and you'll see just how strong it is. So yeah, basic strategy, find the obsession or
New vid.
It'd be a little whack.
Brainwash her into love. It's
Rotten Fields. Surely, if we go well in this map with Bubba, we've proven that Nemesis works on him. I think this is currently the best build you can run on him. Normally, you could use Discordance or some other stuff instead. Ooh, immediate scratch marks. She's gonna be to the right, I think. Christ. Oh, please tell me I just... Did I fuck up? No, I didn't. I should have trusted my first instinct. Then, there you go. Without the... I honestly don't even think I need to use my chainsaw here. Oh, fuck, never mind that. I'm gonna lose Chase. I'm gonna get her again. And I'm gonna lose Chase again. Look at the ground for a little bit. Perfect. Brilliant. Look how quickly we're almost at 3 stacks already. And you might think, oh, that was a waste. Oh, trust me, it's going to be anything but a waste. How long did that take? Not that long at all. And the best part is that when we use up 1, we can get another one easily. Look how fucking fast I am already. We could put you in the basement and that will probably scare them off a bit. But probably what I want to do is just take them further away from that ruin and keep checking on the gens. Are you my obsession? Because I want to get more stacks if you are. My obsession is the flashlight one, if I need to identify it quickly. Let's go. That gent is barely worth popping, but it doesn't matter. Let's just stay mobile. Pressure them a lot so they don't have a lot of time to find the ruin. Doesn't seem like they've seen it yet. I'm not gonna commit to searching for a long time. You guys have to go for the rescue. Wonderful. Please note that I am incredibly fucking fast. Like, even if she was at a good loop. With 2 fucking stacks, your chainsaw is so much stronger, let alone 3. Even 1 is very significant. 5% is a big deal. When Bubba holds his chainsaw, he's not like Billy. He can't like do it and stay close to the survivor. If the survivor keeps running, he loses a lot of this. Hold the fucking phone. He loses a lot of distance. There you are. Did I just see another survivor? Apparently not. See, hooking the obsession would now be an issue because, oh, I can't use Play With Your Food until she's unhooked and so on. Doesn't matter, we can just get stunned and keep it going. Good thing we paid attention. Ooh. Let's try to go for the stun. If they're really smart, they'll learn to avoid it. I'll hide my light here a bit. Oh, that worked. Beautiful. I'm gonna let her go. I'll see her aura to see where she's going, if I still can see it. Not anymore. 1 stack. And we could go back, or I could just go for this fools. This was my old obsession. New obsession. I'm gonna lose her, and I'm gonna get a second one. Meanwhile, we're removing pallets. We're securing that the next chases will be shorter. I think this is a great example of how to use this build. Hydrate? Don't worry, I'm in really good health. I'm in it. Now I can leave her. And you spot on this gen. Next person I find is going down immediately. I see you. I have time to do this. Oh, you found my ruin? I will treat you like everyone else with respect and dignity. I just want to know if you have that heart. No? Okay. Had to make sure, man. Sorry, nothing personal. Oh, I still have 2 stacks, man. I still have 2 stacks. I can... Oh, never fucking mind. I've got 3 again. Fucking do it, dude. DS me. Do it. Doctor rework? Nah, there's been some leaks, but nothing concrete yet. And nothing final for sure. Fucking pop. Oh, man. You don't even... Honestly, you don't need Ruin and Pop. I just went a little bit overkill. I usually wouldn't run both, but... Fuck, dude. They have no chance. Look at this. Look at this. Normally with Leatherface, if you juke him a little bit, if you juke him a tiny little bit and mess with his FOB, it can really, really hurt him. Oh, please blind me, please blind me, please blind me. Please do blind me, please blind me. We know where the... Perfect. 3 stacks again. We know where the person that cleansed Ruin is. We know they're gonna come straight here, because... Let's be honest. What else would they do? Let's try to find them. Or at least the scratch marks. There you are. She's gonna loop us here, which normally would be a very strong place to run the killer. I don't think it is anymore. If you don't drop it, you're dead. Even if you drop it, you're dead. It will just take longer. You spot? Oh! That's a fine idea, actually. Oh, hello. Do I really need it, though? Good lord, Nemesis is fucking amazing on Bubba. Can you imagine if some people have it their way and they make Bubba stronger? Like, just make him, like, move at 100% with his Shenso? How the fuck will you ever win if he plays like this? Sure. You see he's got Nemesis and you try to play around it. But if you can't stun Bubba, then he'll just pre-break pallets. He's still pretty damn scary, dude. If you DS him, he, you know, anything to change the obsession, it's gonna fucking hurt you. These people are really struggling, dude. I'm gonna try to save the thing. Oh, no chance. If she goes into a locker or slow balls a window, we try to get save a stack by just grabbing. Next try, also no add-ons. To be completely fair, I'm running the absolute strongest add-ons, but we could do it without add-ons. It would just... Maybe there will be like a couple situations where the Chenso is harder to pull off, but it would still be very good, I think. You are here. Ooh. Oh, nice, dude. This Iron Will is really strong. What can she do around that? She has to drop it. By the time I break it, boop, I already have it. Because you look at the ground and you don't look at the person you're chasing, and you immediately... Whoa! It always happens once per game, huh? Fuck all she can do, man. Here, normally, if this was a normal obsession, I would be debating between picking her up, letting her go, and building... I don't have to debate about it anymore. I can just make new obsessions, man. It's just so good. How would this work with Enduring and Spirit Fury? What would you replace? I wouldn't replace anything with Enduring and Spirit Fury. If they catch on to what I'm doing, what they're gonna do is just pre-drop pallets, and then Spirit, Enduring, Fury are, you know, Enduring and Spirit Fury are worthless. Nah, don't run it. I mean, run whatever you want, but it doesn't seem strong from my assessment anyway. I don't even think this build needs Ruin. Yeah, I don't think so either. You just have it in case they're super aggressive on the gens or whatever, but... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, hello RP, thank you for your prime. But yeah, this is the best Survivor map according to statistics. Maybe not the absolute strongest, but one of the nastiest. And we're doing this fucking well. I understand that this is a very small sample size, you know, maybe these survivors who are just not playing their best or whatever, but still though. If skills was just skin and you could keep any power like item, what would be the best skin power combo? You could use Hag for very, very small size. And you also have like a lower FOB, which kind of sucks, but the size is really good on Hag. So maybe you could be a Hag with like a nurse power or so, I don't know. You're fucked. I can see you, but my game doesn't know that you're there, so I'm gonna lose the stack soon. I'm pretty sure. Yup, and you're right fucking there. Oh, dude, Nemesis is nasty. Doesn't matter what I do, man. too fast. We'll give him the hatch if we find it. And during Spirit Fury, play the Fury. Yeah, if you want to commit, go for it. Give me a second, woman. I'm gonna try to find you the hatch. Thank you, Gene. Yeah, I honestly think it's currently, instead of, as I said at the beginning, normally instead of Nemesis, I would have run Discordance or Barbecue. Something with information. Discordance goes off, good chance that if the Obsession, if you're not chasing the Obsession, that it's one of them, you know? And that's why Discordance is, I mean, it's a good perk, but it's got that synergy. And if you watch the video that I made with... Ooh, nice, I didn't expect that. Oh shit, Dead Heart saved up, nice. Dark Devotion? But if you hit them with Chainsaws, you're not gonna use Dark Devotion. Don't worry, man, I'm just trying to help. Give me a second. Do you think Nemesis would be better if you give it Undetectable rather than making the Obsession Oblivious? That would be too strong. That would be too strong, Epidemica. Because what you could do then... I'm sorry, man, I'm just gonna kill you then. What you could do then is just camp, right? I camp the person. Well, actually, no, I don't know. I'm thinking that killers could use it to like camp people and avoid borrowed time, but then again, it only triggers if they stun you, so I don't know. Maybe? Nah, I think it suits the theme of the perk better if they are oblivious. Yeah, no, that's fine. Trust me, you don't want a fucking Bailey with no turboties going around or something. But yeah, these people were high ranked. It's not like we had like rank 20s like we sometimes have. But very, very fucking strong build, dude. Bubba is no fucking joke. He was never a joke to play with food, but now it's even easier to use. Give it a shot if you've never played it. You'll be surprised, man. Some survivors, when they see a Bubba, they never take it seriously because the average Bubba is just a beginner who doesn't know what they're doing. Hydrate. Alright. I'll go and get my duties done. Thank you for watching.
Take flight.
Smokes down. Get in my way. Oh my god, I'm a beast. Oh my god.
Rotten Fields. Surely, if we go well in this map with Bubba, we've proven that Nemesis works on him. I think this is currently the best build you can run on him. Normally, you could use Discordance or some other stuff instead. Ooh, immediate scratch marks. It's just gonna be to the right, I think. Christ. Oh, please tell me I just... Did I fuck up? No, I didn't. I should have trusted my first instinct. Then, there you go. Without I honestly don't even think I need to use my chainsaw here. Oh, fuck, never mind that. I'm gonna lose Chase. I'm gonna get her again. And I'm gonna lose Chase again. Look at the ground for a little bit. Perfect. Brilliant. Look how quickly we're almost at 3 stacks already. And you might think, oh, that was a waste. Oh, trust me, it's going to be anything but a waste. How long did that take? Not that long at all. And the best part is that when we use up one, we can get another one easily. Look how fucking fast I am already. We could put you in the basement and that will probably scare them off a bit. But probably what I want to do is just take them further away from that ruin and keep checking on the gens. Are you my obsession? Because I want to get more stacks if you are. My obsession is the flashlight one, if I need to identify it quickly. Let's go. That gen was barely worth popping, but it doesn't matter. Let's just stay mobile. Pressure them a lot so they don't have a lot of time to find the ruin. Doesn't seem like they've seen it yet. I'm not gonna commit to searching for a long time. You guys have to go for the rescue. Wonderful. Please note that I am incredibly fucking fast. Like, even if she was at a good loop. With 2 fucking stacks, your chancellor is so much stronger, let alone 3. Even 1 is very significant. 5% is a big deal. When Bubba holds his chancellor, he's not like Billy. He can't like do it and stay close to the survivor. If the survivor keeps running, he loses a lot of this. Hold the fucking phone. He loses a lot of distance. There you are. Did I just see another survivor? Apparently not. See, hooking the obsession would now be an issue because, oh, I can't just play with your food until she's unhooked and so on. Doesn't matter, we can just get stunned and keep it going. Good thing we paid attention. Ooh. Let's try to go for the stun. If they're really smart, they'll learn to avoid it. I'll hide my light here a bit. Oh, that worked. Beautiful. I'm gonna let her go. I'll see her aura to see where she's going if I still can see it. Not anymore. 1 stack. And we could go back or I could just go for these fools. This was my old obsession. New obsession. I'm gonna lose her and I'm gonna get a second one. Meanwhile, we're removing pallets. We're securing that the next chases will be shorter. I think this is a great example of how to use this build. Hydrate? Don't worry, I'm in really good health. I'm in it. Now I can leave her and just pop on this gen. Next person I find is going down immediately. I see you. I have time to do this. Oh, you found my ruin? I will treat you like everyone else with respect and dignity. I just want to know if you have that heart. No? Okay. Had to make sure, man. Sorry. Nothing personal. Oh, I still have 2 stacks. stacks, man. I still have 2 stacks. I can... Oh, never fucking mind. I've got 3 again. Fucking do it, dude. DS me. Do it. Doctor rework? Nah, there's been some leaks, but...
Work, force the survivor will begin is the Trapper. The Trapper is my main killer. He's my favorite. I always mention that. So I think I'm in a good position of authority to tell you why I think he needed Ruin so much. The old Ruin was particularly good on Trapper. Next up is the Wraith. The Wraith is one of the most flexible killers in this game, even though he's not the strongest. And for Billy. Billy hasn't changed a lot, and in fact, he is one of the killers that I actually recommend the new Ruin to. New Ruin, oddly enough, works particularly well on the killers that never needed the old Ruin in the first place. If you're not familiar with what the new Ruin does, it's very simple. Anytime this totem is it's still active, gens that are not being actively worked on will regress. And the fun part is that they regress at twice the rate. So if a survivor has worked on a generator for 10 seconds, normally it would take quite a bit of time. Now with Ruin, it will only take 20 seconds for that generator to go back to 0. And you don't have to kick it, it just goes back automatically. This means that if a survivor is working on a gen, and you either chase him or down someone else and force him to go for the rescue, in 20 seconds, that 10-second progress is gone, which is great. And they will not be able to get back on that generator if Thrilling Tremors procs. Unfortunately, the nurse has been reworked, but many of her strong perks are still just basically great on her. The Hunters. So the Hunters' main weaknesses are big maps that have lots of time. Similarly, Michael really could use the old Ruin. It may... Now the Hag. The Hag is the first, maybe the only killer? Perhaps the only killer. Now the Doctor has gone through a significant change, and as a result I think he's a much stronger killer. Now the Cannibal is a killer that I particularly enjoy, and you'll see that the first 2 perks are... Now Freddy. Ooh, Freddy... he was a strong killer. He did not need Ruin, but boy did he benefit from it. The old Ruin allowed Freddy to almost always down someone before a single gen got popped, and at the time 1 minute the pig. We finally got to it. We have the same... the Clown is one of the weakest killers in the game. I will preface this build by saying this before you... the Spirit has always been a great killer. At least for... at least any time after... Next killer, the Legion. Now, this is a killer that I've been really focusing on lately. The Plague is a very challenging killer. One of the killers with the lowest kill rate on all platforms, and it's understandable. She plays a bit weird on dedicated servers, that's why I don't...
Hello friends, this is Odds, or Dodstava for short, and recently I've had more and more people come to my streams and ask me for generic advice on many killers. I'll be having a game, someone will come in and they'll ask something like, hey Odds, what's a good build on the pig? Because there are stacks as the Wraith, he cannot easily cloak and lose the chase, he has to do it max the bean, so you can lose a killer begin to make mistakes that are just without the everyone. It's so satisfying. You must, however, make sure that you find your obsession. That's why Discordance is our next perk on the list. Discordance lights up when 2 or more people... If you down someone through a window, go around it. Enduring is a good perk on all killers, don't take me wrong, but it is a the pilot will be gone, and now you will either M1 them if they're injured, or even go for the Chainsaw if they're healthy. A no-brainer. It's really strong. Some of the better billies out there don't run this combination because they acknowledge that it's just nuts. It can be devastating. You find a survivor, he runs you into a corner of the map, you whack them or you chainsaw them down. Now they're in a corner, nobody knows where the fuck they are. And if you want to leave them there and just go for someone else, they might be on the ground for 2 minutes before anybody finds them, which is tragic.
Got the perfect warlock, her weapons and supplies, but you need a place to track your stuff, cause you're so
like Bitter Murmur instead to give you slightly more tracking. As always, Barbecue and Chili will just give you extra blood points so you can get even more points put into either Leatherface. Now let's get into some perk builds for Leatherface. As always, I'll start off with a build for new players, assuming that they've only put points into Leatherface, and then move on to the meta perk build, along with a few extra perk suggestions. Following that, we'll talk about that build for Leatherface, and then round it out at the end with some good old memes. Getting started with the new player build, you might want to run something along the lines of this: Barbecue and Chili, Sloppy Butcher, Whispers, and Knockout. The last perk slot is something that I honestly spent probably too much time mulling over, but I feel that you need just about every advantage you can get while playing Leatherface, especially if you're not as experienced. And as boring as slugging can be, and as many anti-slugging perks as Behavior has been throwing into the game, you may need Knockout to be able to snowball without having some of the more meta perks. If you don't want to slug or feel like it won't actually benefit you, you might want to run something like Bitter Murmur instead to give you slightly more tracking. As always, Barbecue and Chili will just give you extra blood points so you can get even more points put into either Leatherface or other killers to get other teachables. Sloppy Butcher will slow down healing on survivors, either through your mouse one, and I believe it also functions through your chainsaw. Whispers will give you an idea of where you should be looking and where you shouldn't be looking for survivors, and then Knockout will slug, or Bitter Murmur will give you slightly more tracking. It's really up to you. Now moving on to with all of that out of the way, let's talk about Leatherface's add-ons. Most of these are basically just copy-pasted from Hillbilly, so if you've seen my video on him, some of this may sound video. We have Vegetable Oil. Vegetable Oil will slightly decrease the cooldown of your chainsaw. This means a 14.4 decrease the charge time of your chainsaw. This means a 12% reduction to your chainsaw's charge time, bringing it down to 1.76 seconds. And the final common add-on is Chainsaw File. Chainsaw File will slightly reduce the noise made by your chainsaw. This means the distance at which survivors will be able to hear your chainsaw noises will be reduced by 30%, but honestly this is fairly meaningless. Moving on to Leatherface's uncommon add-ons, we start off with one of the worst add-ons imaginable, Speed Limiter. Speed Limiter will make it so that your chainsaw will only do a single point of damage instead of instantly downing any survivor hit, and will give you 25% more blood points for chainsaw score events in the Deviousness category. It is technically possible to get a double hit on a survivor if they're really dumb and for some reason waste all of their speed boost after being hit running into a wall, or they just stand still, but honestly this add-on is just garbage through and through. Next up, we have a few more Hillbilly cloned add-ons, starting with Shop Lubricant. Shop Lubricant will moderately reduce the cooldown of your chainsaw. This means an 18% reduction in the cooldown time of your chainsaw, bringing you down to a cooldown of 1.64 seconds for a failed hit, and 2.46 seconds for a successful hit. The next Billy cloned add-on is Primer Bulb. Primer Bulb will moderately decrease the charge time of your chainsaw. This means an 18% reduction to the charge time for your chainsaw, bringing it down to 1.64 seconds. Another cloned Billy add-on Leatherface has, and one that might even be more harmful to use than it is to not, would be Long Guide Bar. Long Guide Bar will slightly increase the reach of your
The record-breaking phenomenon Parasite made history, winning 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director Bong Joon-ho and Best Picture of the Year. Parasite.
Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome TFT video, and we're going to be playing on the Little Legends Galaxy, my least favorite. This is definitely one of those maps where you have to play really well to get into the top 4. And we get more stuff. I'm going to sell the Bard. Alright. 2-star Nocturne. So we can either... Yeah, I don't think this is a Star Guardian. I mean, we got some of it. We got some pieces to the puzzle here, but it's going to be... It's going to be hitting a level 4 here. Going 2 Brawlers and 2 Infiltrators. And let's build the Infinity Edge. Give it to Zed. Where are you, boy? There you go. Give him a bow as well. So let's sell this Syndra as well. Don't need that. We got a lot of Vanguards. So we got the amazing Blitzcrank.
Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Xscoundrel and I am an auto chess mobile YouTuber. However, with the release of TFT onto mobile and the fact that I love TFT, I really wanted to make a complete TFT beginner's guide for not only people who may be playing this from the auto chess community, but also people who are new to auto battlers as a whole. I really think that TFT mobile is going to be a huge success, and I really want to make sure that new players have the resources available to get the head start they need in playing the game. Auto battle Xscoundrel here. I'm going to dive straight into it. This is my top 10 tips to succeed in TFT Set 3, and the first of which is know the comps. Now, if you like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. It will really mean a lot to me. I produce a lot of TFT content, and I'll be doing so over the next few months. So let's dive right into it. There's no point me telling you any tips for TFT if you don't know what you're building, so you need to find out the compositions. You find this out through content creators like myself or SuperJJ on Twitch, people like that, or websites like Mobalytics, TF Tactics, and content. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It will really mean a lot to me. I produce a lot of TFT content, and I'll be doing so over the next few months. So let's dive right into it. There's no point me telling you any tips for TFT if you don't know what you're building, so you need to find out the compositions. You find this out through content creators like myself or SuperJJ on Twitch. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about or websites like Mobalytics, we are also going LOLchess. I would thoroughly recommend LOLchess. It's a really good website to go and check out the top ranked players of any particular region and see what they're playing to win. When you are assessing a build guide, a good build guide will tell you the completed build, early, mid, and late game strategies, who you are aiming to 3-star, the best items that you want for your composition, when to roll, and replacement alternative versions of the build. So when you're looking to learn about a build, you'll need to know all of those specific things to make sure that you get a good grasp of how the build works. So that is my tips for knowing the compositions. Let's move on to my next tip, which is understanding the economy. Now, this is going to be a fairly long point, and we're going to talk about this in a bit more detail. So what you need to know is the very basic rules of the economy. and that is mostly about win and loss streaks and interest gold. Interest gold, you gain 1 gold for every 10 gold you currently own, and that is all the way up to 50 gold, so you can generate a maximum of 5 gold interest per round. And for win and loss streaks, at 2 win-loss streaks you gain an extra gold. At 3 win or loss streaks, you gain 2 extra gold, and if you're on a 4+ win or loss streak, you gain 3 extra gold, and that is the maximum amount of win or loss streak gold that you can generate. But it is a very quick ladder to get to 4+ win or loss streaks, generating you 3 extra gold per turn. The clip that I'm showing you in the background right now is a 300% speed clip of me generating a very quick economy by using a loss streak tactic, and using space pirates to generate the extra gold income by killing enemy units. This is a good way to get to 50 gold as quickly as possible, and some builds will require you to get to 50 gold as soon as possible. You should know which builds require this and when you should be rolling to maximize your 3-star units. You can find this out from build guides and looking at content creators and watching how they play as well. Here is a basic economy and leveling guide. Feel free to screenshot this. I got this from Jinx JK. I will link him in the description below. Steal his content without kind of saying. So this is all from Jinx JK. I did not make this up. I just turned it into a slightly easier to read graphics. At round 2-3, you're going to want to have about 10 gold. By the Krug round, you should be looking to have about 30 gold, and if you have the income, get to level 5. Or if you feel like your level 4 composition will lose to Krugs, and a good indicator is if you have absolutely no 2-stars, you should be going to level 5. Because Krugs, it's more important to beat them and get the items than it is to have the 30 gold. Then you have 2 options. If you're on a win streak, you want to level 6 at around round 3-3, and maintaining 30 gold would be good. Otherwise, go to round 3-5 with 50 gold and get to level 6 there. Following then, you have 3 options. Level 6 slow roll. If you have a good level 6 composition, something like Infiltrators Mechs is a really good version of this. Level 6 slow roll Protectors works really well as well. Level 7 is all in, is when you go to level 7 at round 4-1 and look to upgrade your units as much as possible. And a fast level 8 is by saving your interest and getting to level 8 by round 4-2. Otherwise, you want to get to level 8 by round 5-1. Very quick basic guide there. If you want to find out more and go into more detail, I'll link the specific video that Jinx JK made below, because it is very informative, and I would very much recommend that you go and check out his Twitch streams, but also his YouTube channel. Collect pairs, especially 1 costs in the early game. You can sell them for the same price, and 2 stars can either help you force a win streak or help you build a composition. In this build here, you can see that I've random.
You understand economy and leveling in this brand new set of teamfight tactics, Galaxy. Now, economy is managing your gold, since for every 10 gold you have, you can gain an extra 1 gold, up to 5 extra gold. We call this interest. What that means is anything above 50 gold doesn't really matter, as the most interest you can gain is 5 gold. Now, knowing when to level is important, as the units you have on the field depend on your level. So with the information I'm about to share, you will have a distinct competitive advantage over people who do not have this knowledge. Let's dive right in. If you played in previous sets, the first thing you'll notice